So many people have asked me, what's he like? What's he really like? And I'll tell them, what you see is what you get.
He's Barack Obama. I mean, he's like unbelievably hardworking, takes everything super seriously, has immense respect for the office.
There's a burning competitiveness to this guy that you can see in absolutely everything that he does. On the other hand, he has a very cool demeanor, particularly when he's in situations where his back is against the wall.
He is calm, and I think using that as a filter to take in information, to deal with crisis, to process, allows him to make decisions very easily.
Don't boo! Boo! Don't boo! Boo!
You know, it's a joy to work for somebody who takes the long view, who doesn't get flustered by whatever the immediate obstacle is.
I think sometimes the hard things are hard, and he never sort of shies away from doing the thing that's right, even when it's hard.
He takes in information. He is a very good decision maker when you have to move from crisis to crisis. And by the time the decisions get to him, they're usually very, very difficult ones.
I think the president's diverse upbringing, born in Hawaii but raised for a time overseas, organizing on the south side of Chicago, and many other experiences as well, absolutely inform his presidency.
I think it's such an important feature of his personality and of his character as president. It's rare to come across a politician in America who has such a diverse background.
It's hard to imagine someone being more grounded, more real. And obviously, he didn't have the most functional families growing up. The impact that had on him, both for good and for bad, and for him wanting to be just a very, very different father and husband.
He's completely compelling as a person. You just could see how interesting and thoughtful and smart, creative he was.
He's honest, he has resolve, he has a level of integrity that is still the same. He has the same friends that he had before he was president of the United States.
His faith is something that motivates his life, that informs the way that he approaches being a father and being a husband, his responsibilities in the world. But he's not going to shout it from the rooftop. He'd rather just sort of live it out in the way that he lives his life.
If you are also a compassionate and empathetic person, you want the same thing for other people's children and their families as well. And I think that is also who this president is.
I think he's very realistic for all the idealism that the president has. There's also a lot of realism too.
That's one of the things that I admire most about him. It's like he's so grounded in who he is that things around him don't change him. His center is the same.
The American people really know him. They know him. Sometimes they're frustrated with him. Sometimes they wish he had been doing a better job on a particular issue, but they know him. I think they know the kind of person he is. I think they know his character, his integrity, what kind of family man he is.
I hope people view him the way that we do, as steady and warm and hopeful and generous. Someone who loves this country in a way that most of us didn't even know you could.
Every day I have learned from you. You made me a better president, and you made me a better man.
If I had a chance to go back on that inauguration night, talk to that Barack Obama, I'd say, first of all, you're going to get really gray quick.